What's up? It's covering Banker Gladiator Gang, and we're going to go over the 2020 Jeep Gladiator pricing information. There's a lot to this. I'm going to make it as quick as I can. I'm going to show you what you should and should not pay, and just get right to the point. Step number one, don't pay sticker. Do not pay sticker. Don't pay invoice. There's no reason for you to pay invoice. None. A month ago and before, which again would have been mid-August, fine, there was no other options. But now, do not pay invoice. I don't care what the situation is. If the dealership won't budge, go somewhere else. What we're going to do is I'm going to use my Gladiator that we bought for Gladiator Gang to build this brand with. And sticker on it was $61,275. Now at the time, up until about a month ago, so I want to say it was like mid-August, there was no friends and family price, there was no employee price, period. So you either paid invoice, maybe a little bit below invoice, or sticker. Now there's all kinds of people online that claim that they got the employee price or they got the friends and family price. They didn't, because there was no way for those dealerships to get the reimbursement to be able to offer those prices. If for some reason they paid below invoice, like way below, maybe the dealership needed one more unit or whatever the case is. Regardless, moving forward, so August 2019, depending on when you're watching this, which now it's September, you should absolutely, at the absolute most, you should pay as friends and family or supplier price. And I will have a whole separate topic to this video on how to get supplier pricing or affiliate pricing if you don't know about that or how that works. It's really simple. So there's 4 different prices. I'm going to start at the highest price point, and then I'm going to go down to the lowest price point. The highest price point obviously would be sticker, MSRP. Then below that, the next price down, which a lot of dealerships are going to charge, is invoice. Now there's 2 more price points that if you're not in the Metro Detroit area and you're not really into the you haven't really followed the pricing and all that stuff, then you're really not going to know about this. And there's what's called friends and family price / or also known as supplier price or affiliate price. There's 3 different terms. They're all the same thing. FFP is how it's listed on an invoice, which I'll show you. Or sometimes it's listed as PP, like Paw, which actually stands for preferred price. And actually, technically, I didn't think about this, but there is a 5th price point, which is in between the very lowest price, which is employee price, and so there's 4. Technically, like I just said, there's also what's called CDI, certain designated individual. It's extremely rare, almost unheard of. And basically, if you have an executive or somebody very high up with FCA, Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, if you have an executive, they're able to give out, I don't know how many they get per year, but they can give the discount to anybody, and it's $200 higher than what the employee price is supposed to be. So again, there's 4 different price points. Now on an invoice, employee price is going to be listed as EP. Now again, if you're outside of Metro Detroit area, invoice is pretty common, sticker is pretty common. Some states, they don't care if you even qualify for affiliate price or employee price or any of that stuff. They will flat out charge you invoice or sticker. And if that's the case, go somewhere else. It's simple as that. The other thing is, as far as employee price, the way that works is employee price is if you have a brother, a stepbrother, sister, anybody who's direct family, your parents, your grandparents, not uncles, not aunts, not cousins, nothing like that, but in-laws work as long as it's mother-in-law, brother-in-law, stepbrother. I think I mentioned that. Those are all what's considered employee price. So if you have someone who works for FCA or they retired from FCA and they're still alive, or if the spouse is still alive, you'll get employee price. And they get 6 of those per year for employee price, and they get 6 per year of the friends and family discount, which they can give to anybody, neighbors, cousins, uncles, people they barely know. It doesn't matter. They can technically give those to anyone. If you look here, you can see that it's employee price here, and then you have PP, which is preferred price. Okay. Then you have invoice, which is listed over here. And then you have MSRP, which is sticker. So mine was, again, $61,275. I was able to pay invoice. And I was happy to pay invoice because this was literally like 2 weeks after they came out. And the delivery, the way that I got the truck is just crazy. I've been filming Gladiator content since we got the truck, which was April 26th or 7th. I can't remember. By the time I picked it up, it was literally midnight. I signed the paperwork at the salesman's house. It's a long story, totally separate video. It's pretty wild. I signed all the paperwork at the salesman's house. Originally, he was supposed to have the truck there at his house so that I could do the paperwork, buy it, drive it home. I don't know why. It made the content more exciting to film. He gave me the keys after I signed all the paperwork, which the paperwork was totally wrong. Like literally completely way off. Like I think it said my payment was supposed to be like $50,000 a month for like 27 months. Somehow it got switched from being, so it would have been like $1.5 million or $2.5 million for the truck if I would have actually did the agreement the way it was. I said, okay, here's the keys. The truck's at the dealership. Now I met this guy at like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night on a Friday. And he's like, all right, here's the keys. Like I never sat in the truck, never drove it. I literally seen it 3 or 4 days before that. There's a video of that on Instagram with my daughter because it was the second time I've ever seen a Gladiator besides at the auto show. And at the time when I went to go look at it, I didn't know I was buying it because I ordered a launch edition. And this is before the whole launch edition fiasco completely unfolded to where it is now, which is a whole nother separate video. It's absolute chaos how that all played out. It's just crazy. I ordered a launch edition, if you didn't know. So, for example, if you're looking at a launch edition, because there's actually quite a few of them out there on the lots, if you can get the supplier or affiliate price, you should pay $57,870. And technically, you can get them to sell them to you for less than that if you know how to negotiate. There's a lot of tactics, which I hate to keep saying it, but I'll probably make a video on how to negotiate a car deal because there's so many little things that can save you a fortune. So $57,870 would be the FFP or PP price, which is friends and family, supplier, affiliate. Employee price is $55,660, which, like I said, general rule of thumb, it's about 10%. Employee price is usually roughly 10% of the sticker price. So 62,310, so just say 6,200, puts you, it's almost to the penny to 55,660. I think it's a little less than 10%, but pretty darn close. Just as an easy rule of thumb. On other models, it does vary a little bit, but that's pretty darn close. So 55,660 plus tax. And you can actually, if you negotiate properly, you can get them to sell it to you for less than that too. So anyway, so yeah, I mean, it's really, really simple. When I have time, I can go through a lot cheaper one. Again, the lowest prices ones are supposed to be $35,000. I highly doubt you'll ever, and that sticker, that includes destination. Destination on these is $1,495. So when you see those like $33,500 prices that they advertise sometimes, that doesn't include destination. And there's no way around it. Every dealership has to pay destination. Every deal has destination. So the other terminology you might hear sometimes, it's referred to as up to 1% below invoice. And then sometimes you'll hear up to 5% below invoice. The up to 1% is the affiliate price / supplier price / friends price. And then the up to 5% below invoice is the employee price. So it's up to 5%. If you're not familiar with what we're doing and what we've done, I started this whole venture July 2018. And then we teamed up with Greg from Unofficial Use Only, and we launched a new series, or we're launching a new series called Jeep Kana. We took stock Rubicon and we put it through a bunch of different tests to show you what it's capable, totally bone stock. We've jumped it off of a loading dock. We towed almost 8,000 pounds down to Panama City Beach and back. So that's like 2,500 miles round trip almost. We did a 4-wheel drive burnout. We've done brake torques. We've drifted it, done J-turns. Did very minor rock crawling and very minor off-road stuff just to show you what it's capable of. But what we're doing is, instead of going straight to 40s or 42-inch tires and, you know, 4 or 6-inch lift and just going crazy right out of the gate, we're going to build it in stages. And we never really elaborated on this, but what we mean by stages is we have 35-inch tires already and we have 37-inch tires, the BFGoodrich KM3s. So we're going to compare how it performed with the 33-inch tires, and then we're going to switch to the 35-inch tires with no lift. Show you how much you can flex, see if you need a lift or not, show you various different things. And then from there, we're going to also we're going to step up to the 37-inch tires and show you if you can get away without a lift, which pretty sure you can if you don't really do any off-roading. The other thing is we installed the Tazer, we installed the iDrive throttle controller. We're going to do a whole bunch of other performance stuff. We have an alien sunshade, we have bulletproof mount, we have the ARC off-road door hangers and door cart. So we're going to show you how to remove the hard top by yourself. What you need to keep in mind when you remove the top and the doors is where the heck you're going to put your doors. And I didn't actually put the door hangers up yet or put the cart together, and it's a nightmare because they get banged up, they fall. You got to get that. As far as what the iDrive does, it's incredible. Make sure you watch the video for that. That's already live. And then the Tazer, we'll have a video for that and how to install it, what it does. The Tazer will absolutely change your Gladiator, let you have so much more control over all the annoying things like the auto stop, where it shuts off on you when you come to a stop. The iDrive is going to give you much better throttle response when you go to bigger tires, and it's going to take a huge hit on your performance, especially if you don't re-gear. And the iDrive will make up some of that. It'll make it feel not so slow and bogged down. So the alien sunshade, when you go topless in other states like Florida or wherever, especially if you drive any decent amount of time topless, you gotta have the sunshade. It makes a huge difference. Anyway, recovering banker with Gladiator Gang, make sure you check out all the other videos we have.